feeling about?
So we want to study more and want to come.
Study more. Okay. Any other? Anyone?
Sir, when we reach this institution now, we feel the surrounding is fantastic and the institution is exquisite. Sir.
Okay, institution. Okay. Any other? Yes, come. Just the guy. So let me introduce at least. I should have started. My name is Ramakrishna Padi. Fine. I belongs to Odisha, but my journey across India is I'm a BTech in mechanical engineering, then PhD in industrial engineering from IIT Kharagpur, and then I was head and senior deputy director in Government of India. Then I was in Uttarakhand, IIM Kasipur. I was in charge of Dehradun campus there. I joined 2021 IIM Sambalpur. Fine. So I visited most of the states of India and spent my time there. Also some other countries: Japan, Czechoslovakia, France, Belgium, Taiwan. So different countries I visited. Interacted with different people as well. Fine. This broad my simple introduction. So now I'm asking few questions. So you be open. In IIM systems, we usually encourage questions. Fine. It's not that actually you should read it. The most important part is asking questions. Right? You need to seek. Knowledge has to be sought. It cannot be only bookish. Fine. So just tell me 1, 2, 5, 6 students at this what you are feeling. Speak. No, you know.
Sir, we are feeling very excited. And we are so happy.
Why you are feeling excited?
Sir, we are seeing our brothers and sisters studying here, hardworking so much,
Okay.
and we are inspiring from them.
Okay. Anyone? If you are comfortable in Hindi also, you speak. Odia also you can speak. No. I'm an Odia person. Fine. Okay. Joda. If you feel Odia. सब ओडिया भी बुझंती? Yes. ओडिया हां. नुआ जिंस शिखवा ପାଇଁ नुआ जिंस कोन? आओ नुआ किछि?
बहुत कुछ शिखबा को पाले सर. काली हम संध्या रे फोटोग्राफ जस्ट एक्साइटेड थिलु फोटो हबा को जाथिलु आ सर हमको रास्ता रे भेटिले से हमको मोटिवेट कले. आधा घंटा घंटे हम से हमको एते मोटिवेट कले जे सेठारो हम एते शिखबा को पाइलु जे जीवन रे जेते जा हेले भी निजर ऊपर विश्वास कले सब के जीहि पारबा.
ओके गुड पॉइंट. हां यस.
निष्ठा एकाग्रता रहबा कथा आ सबकनो इंपोर्टेंट जिनिस या हो जे कि निज मां बापा के जेते जा हेले भी नि छाड़बो सेटा हमके सर कहि मोटिवेट हमरा अछि सेटा के हम निज ज्ञान द्वारा ही आलोकित करि पारबा. कारण आलोक बोले को जिनिस न थाए आमे ता निज ज्ञान आलोक करे ताको अंधार को दूरे पड़ि थाओ.
गुड पॉइंट्स. फाइन. ठीक.
बहुत एक्साइटमेंट अछि सर बुलवानो.
ओके बुलवा. हां आओ छी. यस.
बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है यहाँ पर आकर. और हम जब कैंटीन में भी गए थे तो वहाँ पर भी सारे भैया और बहन लोग पढ़ाई कर रहे थे, तो यहाँ पर बहुत ही मोटिवेट भी लग रहा है, इंस्पायरिंग भी लग रहा है. तो बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है ये वाला एनवायरनमेंट.
Sir, we are very excited to come here, sir. whole environment of this campus is very suitable for studies.
Okay, suitable for studies, okay. Then, yes.
The people studying here are very hardworking and we are getting inspired from them.
Okay, so, sir, yeah. Sir, okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Good morning, sir. Marty sir, I'm so excited to meet you as well. And good morning, all the teachers over here, all the students.
Good morning.
I hope-
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for the response, and we are definitely having a great time here because this is basically an exposure trip. And in an exposure trip, students are exposed to a new environment.
Okay.
And that is what is basically happening here. Everything that they see, starting from the mess to the academic building, the blocks, the discipline, everything, the way people are acting, everything makes a lasting impression in the minds of budding students. And even we are not an exception, we teachers, because life is a learning process itself, and we are all learning. If you notice a small thing, in schools, usually what we do is, like after, small example, what we do is, after eating, whatever leftover food is there, we throw them here and there. That practice should be avoided. A small thing that we noticed here in the mess here, what they do, they separate all the garbage into a separate bin and they keep the dish in a different place. This is a small thing to observe. There are certain things like that. There are so many things to look around, learn, and I'm really thankful to our two principals who came forward, okay, with this beautiful initiative, and they took the lead in bringing the two schools, OAV Madanpur and OAV Kesinga, to this wonderful campus, and they set a wonderful atmosphere for all, for learning something new, something creative, something exemplary. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
What's your aim in life? Now this is second question. Anyone? Dramatologist. Okay. Why?
Sir, because I like मुझे मेडिकल की चीज अच्छी लगता है और सर्जरी करना है वो ड्रामा
Okay. Any? Anyone?
Journal.
Lawyer. Good. Fine. Okay. Any? You?
IAS.
IAS. Good.
Sir, journalist.
Journalist.
Sir,
Software engineer. Good. So it's a variety. Fine. So I will start a simple. I think you might be knowing one. Recently, the Infosys head, ex Narayan Murthy, told that Indians has to work very hard. Weekly, 5 days we are working as a software engineer. Huh? Good software engineer? Okay. So weekly, 5 days. Each day we usually spend 8 hours, fine? Into 540. He told, let's work 10-15 hours per day. You are also talking about we should work hard, fine? So, why he talked about we need to work more? Why? In other countries they are not working so hard. Not working hard.
Sir, they do.
They are there too,
Yes.
but not that much hours.
sir, other countries are developed than India.
Development. So, if we would like to develop, then we have to work hard. Fine. So look, there is a word called productive. Productivity is defined by output by income. So तो मैथमेटिक्स से तो नहीं तो मुझे यदि productivity बढ़ाया चाहूँगी either I will increase my output or decrease my input or output input I can increase my. If you look the productivity of other countries, they are much better than, right? Like in some countries it is like China, the productivity is much more. A small country like Vietnam, the productivity is more. And the small countries like Cambodia, even Bangladesh, even in textile, the productivity is more than India. Right? So how to improve that productivity is important. As a country, if you like to grow. So one point is like, Narayan Murthy told you increase your input, more hours. Fine? But there is other way also. You increase your output with less input. So there are two things very important in life. We call efficiency and effectiveness. Can someone, you have to increase productivity, we need to focus on these two things. Can you differentiate anything on this effectiveness and efficiency? You know these two words, effective, efficiency, right? Can you differentiate it? Yes, what are the difference between these two?
In efficiency हमें पता चलता है कि हम कितना काम कर सकते हैं, like
Okay.
what is our efficiency to do, and in effectiveness उसका effect क्या आ रहा है हम जो efficiency
Okay.
provide कर रहे हैं.
Anyone? Any difference perspective?
Efficiency is input related to and effectiveness is output.
Okay. Good point. Yes. Any other? Yes. और कुछ? हमें सब सुनी जाना efficiency, effectiveness. See, effectiveness, efficiency is two beautiful words. You should always remember. Effectiveness is doing right thing. Efficiency is doing things right. But effectiveness is doing right things. Efficiency is doing things right. If my effectiveness is not fine, like for example, if I am not doing the right thing, even if I will improve efficiency, what will happen? Like I will spend 16 hours in studying, but out of 16 hours, I look my mobile 10 hours. For others it is studying, but it is affecting my studies. I am not doing right things. Which things I need to do that is the right thing is effectiveness. So what we do in management here, the management students look into these things more. In real life, those who work in improving effectiveness get more paid than those who are working in efficiency. Fine. The top people always talks about what right thing to do. Out of many things, this is the right thing to do. Where to focus. That is important. Just hard work is not enough. Smart working. Where we need to focus, that is very important. That is called the strategy. Fine. So लाइफ में efficiency के सिवा effectiveness बहुत जरूरी है. If I would like to go, somebody told, go to Raipur. If you are not going to, if you start, okay, I will go fast towards Bhubaneswar, whether you will reach Raipur? No. Raipur direction is this direction. So direction is very important. If your direction is wrong, whatever effort you put, that will not solve the problems. Fine? So in order to improve productivity, fine, we need to look into two things. Effectiveness is first. Fine? So the management students, they usually look into the effectiveness. Efficiency bar. Fine? This is first thing. Like man, what is right, that is very important. Where to focus. Fine? This is now, the second thing is, in order to improve productivity, why we like to improve productivity? That is very important for the research. Why a company will come to research, or why a company will come to India, a software engineer or anyone, if you are not productive. Like if they will go, a company will go to Vietnam, Cambodia, Bangladesh, these three are not comparable to India. If you look, nobody has listened to this. They will get better profit. Because with less input, they will get more output. Fine? So if you are productive, then you are more competitive. What is called?
Competitive.
Competitiveness is more important. Otherwise companies will not. Why many EV companies are not coming to research? Why many manufacturing companies are not coming to research? Our productivity is not out. Technology plays a major role, but the mindset plays it. Fine? The mindset is also very important for improvement. Okay? So, this is first thing. Second thing is the mindset, that is, I need to improve. That is very important. If we not want to improve, our competitiveness will be down. If there is competitiveness down, somebody will take our market. No employment creates. If productivity increases, productivity in turns will create wealth. Then you can distribute it. If you ask jobs to a state, what jobs will do, the state what the state will do. When your productivity is down, no one want to work here, no one want to invest here. So we need to be productive, to improve the productivity, we have to put our mindset, yes, we would like to. Fine? This is very important. Yes, management people, just I am talking about two things. Now, there is, to do that, do you know these Japanese people, they use one thought, Kaizen, which you need to remember always. Kaizen. Right? In Japan word, Kai means change. Zen means change for better. That is called Kaizen Japanese. ये Zen जो word है, this Zen word came from ध्यान. ध्यान went to Japan is Zen. So Kaizen is change for better. How we can achieve that is the one mindset. Just as a young students, I would like to tell you, remember all this. Particularly this mindset I am talking about. In Japan, in any organizations you go, any suggestions you give, they take is a compliment. They will tell if there is a no problem, it is a problem. Right? Because problem is always a opportunity for improvement. No one is perfect. Always there is a scope for improvement. So the biggest room in this world is room of improvement. The day we stop doing improvement, we are not able to be competitive. There is always scope of improvement. So Kaizen is always change for better. And if you remember, see, the problem remains with most of us who always points to others. Why they are not doing? But you have also opportunity. If you remember any Ramayana or Kahani sunjo?
Yes, sir.
Chotto Undichi Musalu.
Yes, sir.
Someone can say it? What is this? Ram Setu. Ramchandra Setu Bandhutile. So कौन है किला? गुंडीची मुसा?
धूली झाड़ूଥିଲା
पत्थर नहीं होते.
धूली धूली ता देहर धूली
एड़ा बड़ा राम सेतु रे छोटो बाली कौन किछि अछि बट रामचंद्र कौन करथिले खुशी रे तक पहुंचतले रीजन कौन थिला कारण थिला कि in spite of small, I contributed this much sand to the that is the Kaizen. Everywhere there is a scope of improvement, and instead of criticizing, can you contribute for anything positive towards? Anywhere you can contribute. We always are particularly in complaining mindset. Can we contribute something जो हमारा पास है? सबके पास कुछ strength है. Can you contribute towards the direction of happiness? And don't be quite allergic towards complaining. It's not complaining, it's listen. No one is perfect. There is always. So this is where actually I found, like when I went to Honda company there, I told how many Kaizens are you implementing. Most of the companies in Japan, they implement small solutions. Honda car you have seen?
Yes, sir.
There is a factory called Saitama factory. In 1964 it has been established. I visited that plant. I just asked this head, how many kaizens are you doing here? He told, we are implementing 50,000 kaizens. 50,000 kaizens, employee usually is solution, they implement. Small solutions. I came to India. I asked Tata, also and the big auto companies. They are not even one. We went to small scale industries. We asked, what are the solutions? Not even one to. What it signifies? Two things that signifies it. First thing, culturally, we are not accepting any suggestion or criticism. Second thing, culturally, when I would like to speak, I only speak of myself, not for the company, not for the organization, not for the state. हम बैठ के बहुत सारे लोग को बोले कि चलो भाई आप कुछ बोलो सजेशन नहीं सर मेरा ये नहीं मेरा छुट्टी नहीं this is your personal suggestions come on for the organization for the state right so this is Kaizen method small suggestions and another thing that is very important which I usually speak to young students is I will share my experience in Japan. I visited another company. They are supplied to Toyota. So it's a big company. I usually have photo in PPT. There is a plant manager. So he showed me total plant with our team. There are few delegates from different countries. I was part of India. I told, let's go to your room. At least we will discuss about something. He told, okay, come. So after 1 hour of visiting total plant, it took me towards his room. Then I went to that. There is no room. One table, one computer, and there is no chair. You don't have any room, I don't have a chair. He told, being a plant leader, if I will sit, how will I tell my workers to work? Many times in India, the leaders speak. I always tell the leaders, even students, speak. If necessary, use words. What does it mean? Speak. If necessary, use words. What does it mean? Let your action speak. Let your action speak. Look at that plant head, young plant head. Took me to his room. There is no room, there is no chair. He told only when it is required, I just sit, I just stand and I just enter some data. Enough. I not usually sit for 8 hours. Because that will give motivation to others. So always remember this. We usually in India speak too much. बहुत ज्ञान देते हैं. But हम पालन नहीं करते. Right? This is I have learned a lesson. Yeah.
क्वेश्चन होते
Yes.
आपण कहले कि सजेशन देवा कथा से सजेशन समझते देबे भलटा भी देबे खराबटा भी देबे बट आमे कंप्लेन का जे नै करू कंप्लेन गले त सेठी भल कथा बारिबा जुक्ति तर्क आबा ताऊ मोर बेटर कथा बारिबा तो सेटा कंप्लेन का जे करबार नै कथा
कंप्लेन को कंप्लेन हिसाब रे नेले सिना प्रॉब्लम कंप्लेन को सजेशन हिसाब रे सेत पे साने कोंती इफ देयर इज अ नो प्रॉब्लम देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम तो ये कंप्लेन ही हमको सजेशन दो डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव रे मते जाना पड़ेनी आलोचना तो फाइन so this is the way you need to speak if necessary use words one point is ज़्यादा बकबक मत करो काम करो so India needs this kind of people so be leader in another point is particularly for young people in IIM Sambalpur we have a value system what is that for any no is called integrity innovations and inclusiveness. Integrity is which I spoke. World's richest person. When somebody asks me, is one of the richest, Warren Buffett, you might be known. The search Warren Buffett, one of the legendary investors, one of the richest person. Somebody asked me, whom you will take usually for your the best training master, one of the top investment bankers. Most of the Harvard IIM students aspire to be that investment banker. He told, I need 3 qualities in this thing. Integrity, intelligence, energy. Right? Integrity, then intelligence. बोला बाकी 2 नहीं होने से भी चलेगा बट पहला चीज बाकी 2 तो हो सकता है you can inculcate intelligence if somebody is interested he can read it and know many things energy I like there is a motivation but integrity is first fine this is very important okay next is your intelligence it can be cultivated this systemic you all people are from KV OAVs you came with lot of screening process you all are intelligent just work smartly read smartly you will be intelligent fine कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं मैं कैसे पढ़ना नहीं बोलूँ you know it पढ़ने के सिवा और क्या करना है next is energy fine so this is where actually I like fine most of the times what I found in most of the students in our students energy level does it particularly in this Odisha people if you go outside they are doing well but in Odisha they just wanted to see and when people from outside they used to come here they used to अरे ओडिया लोग का एनर्जी नहीं है काम करते हैं go to Bombay travel in local train you see bubbling of energy always people love the industry people organizations love people with energy and I usually tell people what is the energy my perspective is energy will come when you think of serving. Yes, I do something without moving. कितना पुराना अच्छी जानिଛ अष्टादश पुराण में कौन 8 पुराण So Veda Vyas, who wrote Bhagavatam, he wrote one sloka. He told, if you summarize all Puranas, the simple one message that will come. Serving others is dharma. If you are serving others, the dharma. If you are parapidita, means if you put others in trouble, that is adharma. Simple. So cultivate the nature of serving others without having any expectations. That is lacking with this young masses. This is where it's my experiences. This is my point. And that's required actually. Particularly if you look into the future skills, creativity, problem solving and service orientation that is required. So the cultivate this as a service. Fine? This is very important. Now, I will just do one small exercise, right? And giving one simple message. Then I will wind up. I will ask the questions, fine? In service orientations, there are few key attributes of service. Okay? One is my tangibles. Then is responsiveness. Reliability. Assurance. Empathy. Are mane kichi jana achi gote gote ro? Since you are 11, so that's why I just use this small exercise. There is a written meaning. Tangibles कौन? Building, physical appearance, everything is not tangible. नहीं? Tangibles? Tangibles meaning जोटा physical. सोना, चांदी, all physical. Responsiveness कौन? Responsiveness. Ability to respond quickly. Fine? Teacher कोई भी 5 दिन boring मुझे नहीं है. Responsiveness. At least you should respond. Reliability कौन? Somebody can trust you. Fine?
Trustworthy.
Trust you. Assurance. Your knowledge to perform certain jobs. Assuring something. Empathy, caring in you. Right? These are all key components of service. Right? Now, बुझिगला सर्विस रो these are components. Tangibles कौन?
Physical.
Responsiveness कौन? Reliability.
Trustworthy.
Assurance. I'm assuring services. मतलब किसी ने आस्क मुझे ठान थी नहीं? Assuring some knowledge is required to assure. Then empathy means
Caring.
at least. अच्छा. ମୁଁ 100 मार्क जन जनों को देता 100 पॉइंट्स प्रायोरिटी मु कोटा रखी कोटा को केते पॉइंट देबी फॉर एग्जांपल 100 पॉइंट्स मु देबी 100 पॉइंट्स रु मते लागे नै कि मु चाहूची एम्पैथी होची बेसिक पॉइंट्स रिलायबिलिटी रेस्पॉन्सिवनेस टैंजिबल्स 20 30 40 कोटा मैक्सिमम पॉइंट मते दरकार भाबुच व्हाट यू फील
Reliability.
For that, okay, fine. Huh? Responsiveness रे कितने दबो? For example, 50 out of 100. 50. Reliability कितने हैं? 30. बाकी tangibles? 10. Assurance? Okay, this is what you feel. Next, ବୁଝିପାରିଲ ନା 4-5ଟା ଜିନିଷ ତ ବୁଝିବା କଥା କୋଉଟା କେତେ ମାର୍କ ଦେବ
ସବୁକୁ 20
ସବୁକୁ 21 ଗୁଡ୍ ସବୁ 20 तो ये तो के बोलते जाते हैं कितने कितने दबो ओके ठीक ଅଛି ये how much you will allocate
Responsiveness 40.
okay yes बाकी
Reliability 20.
oh
Assurance 10.
हाँ
Tangible 10.
okay so, see many times when I ask these questions to people, they usually answer in different way as they do. Sometimes people always talk about tangibles में ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, but research talks about the priority is to be first your responsiveness, reliability, assurance, empathy, and last is tangibles. This consists of around 90% of your focus. The point is simple. Don't be mesmerized with the buildings, infrastructure, physical possessions. In service, the most important part is what? Responsiveness, reliability, accuracy, empathy. Cultivate this. पैसा बाद में आएगा. Fine? Don't be just impressed by look, impressed by the internal abilities. That is it. Anywhere. IIM is not for the buildings. IIMs are good because there is a good faculty and good students. Fine? Even if you will go somewhere where there is no infrastructure, IIM is IIM. You are going to a good doctor, not a fantastic hospital. No. A doctor has to be reliable. He has to give excellence. So cultivate that. While coming to this, these young people, they usually are with the tangibles. कौन सा phone रखे हो? So why you are not pursuing iPhone? When you usually meet, which car you are driving? Do you have BMW? It's fine, but don't be obsessed with this. Fine. So life में service में, if you really wanted to excel in life, cultivate these 4 things. Be reliable, be responsive, assure yourself of this, and be empathetic towards the environment. Then you be a good leader. Fine? Fine?
Yes.
Don't be obsessed with these material things. maybe people talk about idealistic, this is my experience. You will be a good leader with this. Tangibles will follow. Fine? And the last one is, just few days back UGC came up with the notifications. You are young people now, you will go to college next year. If you cultivate this inside, sometimes people more motivated this. And always be stress free. Don't be addicted to this drugs and all things. Happiness is here. Happiness is in present. For happiness, don't think that something is required for happiness. Cultivate that habit. Many times in engineering, in different places I know, like do you know, highest consumption of liquor is in Orissa. This is a very sad part. I am not against government. Highest liquor sale happened in New York. That is it. This is very sad. Why there is misconceptions? Do you feel happy by just a bottle of liquor? I was there in Dehradun. I found a lot of youth populations are going for jobs. Promise yourself. Happiness cannot be achieved with outside things. Happiness cannot be achieved with tangibles. Happiness cannot be achieved with your these dreams, drugs. You can solve your own problem. This is a misnomer. This is a misnomer of the intelligent people also. Don't feel that some IIT and some IIM students are doing this, I will do. No. Ask your questions. Fine? Be a good citizen. We need good leaders. Fine? You are the future of India. Okay? Good. Thank you very much. Any question you can ask? This is what I just morning Mahanti Babu told, I thought what to tell. This is my opened up my experience.
Sir, आप एक point बोले थे वो smartphone. So how can we do smartphone?
Okay, this is a good point. I will give you a small thing, right? So this is we usually tell in economics. Mostly the first principle of economics. So there is a person called Adam Smith. Right?
Yes.
You know?
Yes, sir.
He's father of economics and also wrote a book called Wealth of the Nation. Right? He explained a example of pin factory. Pin मारते हैं. In 70-76, there is a in one pin. This is the one pin. Fine. For making this pin, I need a 10 operations. Activity 1, activity 2. 10 operations. First, you have to cut the wires, grind it, machine it. 10. Okay. And you have 5. Fine. Now coming to work hard. Fine. I told the 5 people. Each people, you do all activity. 5 लोग को लाया, बोला कि चलो, this take this wire and do all the activities. All 5 people came. and do all activities. And he found at the end of the day there is no outcome. Fine? Now this is case 1. Understood? मुझे पिन प्रोड्यूस करना था, 5 आदमी मेरा पास है, एक पिन प्रोडक्शन करने के लिए 10 काम चाहिए, 1 2 3 4 5 है, जैसे वीविंग करने में यू हैव टू प्लॉट इट. नाउ another way he has to look at it. Case 1 is 1 people 5 activity. चलो भाई सब एक एक 5 एक्टिविटी करो. Case 2, what he do? One person he gave first 2 activity, second person he gave 3 activity 3, third person activity 4, 5 person activity. So what if the 5 activities what he did? This is 1 person, these 10 activities he has distributed, and he found thousands of pins is produced.
Division of labor.
Is it division of labor? We call the division of labor creates the 2 way of doing same thing. 5 people, material same है, 5 आदमी same है, but the way you did your work created different output. Understood? If you allocate all 5 activities to one person each, they will produce 0 because they have to do all these things. If you do it distributing with division of labor, then they produce more. Fine? So this is the way, same thing, same material, same people, but way you executed things comes up different outcome. So this is the basic principle of economics. This smart work. When you division of work, now another person came, Frederick Taylor, he told, well, it is not enough. You have to measure it. Systematically you do it. Put time standard. He has done it different way. The output further improved. Fine? So there is a way to do work rather than arbitrarily doing it. Fine? So you need to understand how differently I can do the work so that it will come up. There are some basic principles. Always think of how I will do it differently. Winners not do different things. They do things differently. This is the way you need to question the existing way of work. Always question. That's where actually I started. Develop the ability to question yourself. Next. Yes. Not you. Any other? Yeah.
आपण जो 5टा कहले से 5टे डिसिप्लिन कोण पाय नाही.
Okay.
टेंजिबल रेस्पॉन्सिबनेस जो होती है साठी डिसिप्लिन कोण पाय.
Okay. Discipline is the basic thing. Ultimately, these are the all outcome. Discipline is the way to do it. This is basic things. I could have pointed out here this when you talk about guidance. So just I will keep this is a good point. I'm just giving my experience one. In one foreign country, just I just meet one of the Indian High Commission. So he just gave us a dinner party. He told, okay, in 2006 it is. He told, oh, you are from India. Okay. It's 2007 month of something around the month of September. How India is doing? It's fine, sir. It's now growing. he told I was in different parts of the country and I visited a lot of countries in world. And he told the one thing which I found India, which is lacking, is a sense of discipline. If you cultivate discipline, no country in this world can beat you. He told, I visited all countries, but if you cultivate the discipline, no one can beat you. We are intelligent people, minded. I visited a lot of countries, interacted with many people. I found Indians people are the best. We are intelligent, but we lack discipline. Right? So, what happened? In effectiveness, when there is no discipline, you are going this direction, someone is going this direction, someone is going this direction. Right? If all we will go to one direction, do you know what will happen? It improves the product. So if you remember, like few years back, one Chief Justice of India was there. He told government, he told most of the cases in Supreme Courts are between the two departments. Department of Commerce has 5-6 cases, 100 cases against Department of Textile. Department of Textile has 10 cases of. Inside there is fight. If you work in discipline in one direction, you can. Fine. So discipline is the basic. These are the key attributes. Particularly discipline.
Sir,
Yeah.
এইଥିରେ ଟିକେ add କରୁଛି
Yes.
ଏମିତି ଏଇଠି ବାଡ଼ି ଧରିବାକୁ ପଡୁନି ଏଠି କାହାକୁ ହେ ଚୁପେଇକି ବସ ଏଇଟା କହିବାକୁ ପଡୁନି ଅଲ୍ ଆର୍ ସେଲ୍ଫ ଡିସିପ୍ଲିନ୍ କାହିଁକି ଟିଚିଂ ଯୋଉ କରାହେଉଛି ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ମେଥଡ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟି ମେଥଡ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ସୁଯୋଗ ଦିଆହେଉଛି ପଚାରିବାକୁ ସାର୍ ବୁଲୁଛନ୍ତି ବସୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଠିକ୍ ସମୟରେ ଆସିକି ପହଞ୍ଚୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ ଏଠି କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଆମ ପିଲା କ୍ଲାସ୍ କେତେ 40 ଏଠି ଅଧିକା ଅଛନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ କାହାକୁ କହିବାକୁ ପଡୁନି ସିଷ୍ଟମ୍ ସେମିତି ହେଇଯାଇଛି ତେଣୁ ରେସ୍ପଣ୍ଡ ଅଲସୋ ଇନକ୍ଲୁଡ୍ସ ୱାନ୍ ଟାଇପ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଡିସିପ୍ଲିନ୍ ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ପଢଉଛେ ଓଏରେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଏଥିରେ କଭର ହେଇଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ହେ ହା କହିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ ମୁଁ ଯେତେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ କରିଛି ପିଲା ଦେଖିଛି ପିଲା ଶୋଇବ ପିଲା ପଛପଟେ ଗୋଟେ କ'ଣ ଡ୍ରଇଂ କରିବ ସୁଯୋଗଟା ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ସୁଯୋଗ ଦିଆହେଉଛି ଆଉ ମୋ ଭାବରେ କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ଟା ପଡ଼ିଯିବ କି ଆଉ କିଛି ବହି କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ନୁହଁ ଏମିତି ଜିନିଷ ପଢ଼ାଉଛି ଜାଣିଛ ସାର୍ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଡିଭିଜନ ଅଫ୍ ଲେବର ଥ୍ରୁ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟି ପଢ଼େଇ ସେଠିକି ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ଲାଷ୍ଟକୁ ୱାର୍ଡ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ବୁଝିପାରୁଛ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ କିଛି ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ଦିଆହଉନି ଆଉ ତୁମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ତା ଦେହରେ ପୁରା ମାନେ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟିରେ ପାର୍ଟିସିପେଟ୍ ବୁଝ ଏଇଟା ସେଲ୍ଫ ଡିସିପ୍ଲିନ୍ ହେଲାନି ବାଡ଼ି ଧରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିଲା ହେ ହା କହିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିଲା କ'ଣ ଲେଖୁଛୁ କିରେ କହିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିଲା I think my teachers will follow this and you will also follow in your discipline in future. तुम जो विभाग सब बड़ बड़ दायित्व रहिबो केते कथा कहला केते स्किल कथा कहला सिटीजन ऊपर माने एसेट टू द सिटी माने कंट्री केते दिन से तार जे कहै छी सब चुंबक भलिया बाजुची ना नहीं मुंडरे आसी खुशी
Yes, sir.
How much question achi? Now we'll finish it up.
Sir,
Yes.
as you said, tangibles are not as much important as the four things, but যদি গোটে কা পাখে tangible से नहीं तो तार लाइफ केमती बिताए
Oh, good question. Responsiveness, reliability, assurance, empathy, पाई ଯେତିକି tangibles ଦରକାର ସେତିକି fine. That beyond ଭାବିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ. Most of the times we only think of tangibles, but बिना, for example, ଗୋଟେ doctor, hospital, how it can be reliable without tangibles? There is a minimum tangibles required. Minimum. Not more than that. Word is sufficient for one's need, not greed. Most of the peoples focus too much on tangibles. This is where my point. Suppose are tangibles, sir. Minimum look. This is tangible, sir. So I speak, but minimum.
The obsession should be avoided.
Obsessiveness. This is where actually the young mind says a problem. Tangibles, huh? Why to tell this? My son is also asking same thing. Papa, I'm feeling iPhone because my friends are doing it. Minimum.
आमे सब इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सब
हाँ।
टेक्नोलॉजी थिबो
थिबो।
किनु हमर इच्छा नो पिलान को पांचटा कथा भलो देखि
Yes.
त केमिति हबो प्रोडक्टिव
Fine.
किंतु जदि नथिबो मध्ये टेंजिबल्स मिनिमम तो दरकार जदि नथिबो मध्ये तुम कोड कोन करि कि केमिति भी करि कि
I will to
मु
2019.
जेतबेले एई प्रिंसिपल परीक्षा देली 1800 टका मो पाखरे नथिला गोटे बहिर दाम जोटा फाइनान्स एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन किनु मु विभिन्न नेट रो काहाटो काहाको पांच थर माने भाई बंधु कहि के हाथ गोडियारु से 5 पेज फोटो पठे पढि कि हे सेठी 1800 टका कोरोना समय मते दरमा मिलेली किन हे 14 मास रे मते 2 मास रे दरमा मिले किन बे किन एई जो आउ चारटा दिन से जदी न थांता त केमति
जने US professor 2019 रे आस्ते came to Orissa to study how Orissa is managing the disasters. So I knew him. So I met him there in Orissa. Actually, at that point of time, I was in Dehradun, 2019 December. So I came here. So he told, I don't know, in US, the government's priorities give all resources for the disaster management, but the success rate is very low. Whereas in the kind of disaster you faced in Orissa, with less resources you managed it well. Right? So what is the secret? So he wrote a case study. Now he's writing actually. So he's Professor IIR. So he states it there in Anant IIR. So he stated there in US. Point is simple. In spite of all resources, huge money, blank check, US not able to manage successfully their disasters. In spite of limited resources, Orissa, we are quite successful and being prized by across world. Understood the point? These things are required.
मिनिमम जिंस दरकार
Minimum is required, but not obsessiveness allowed. World is sufficient for everyone's need, not for greed. This is very actually Mahatma Gandhi, not me. Okay, so thank you very much. So I have my own. Best wishes. Do good.
Thank you, sir.
Not only IIMs, you go to